Be Master merciful. And through the thoughts, spread the vibrations of God's love, peace, and happiness. We have to be merciful on all. As Baba is merciful, He comes and He removes our sorrows and bestows happiness. Always remember that I am kind and merciful. Respect everyone and be gentle and sweet. We have to follow our Father. Shiv Baba and Brahma Baba both are merciful. We don't have to ask for mercy, but become worthy so that you can receive blessings. So taking drishti from Baba, just be Master merciful and bestow through good wishes, pure feelings, and spread peace, love, all the qualities of God.
Om Shanti, welcome to Avyakti Parivar. Today is our day 5 for 21 days Bhakti, and the title for that is Creator and Seed. Elevated Sanskar Charitable. Now we'll be listening from Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti. It seems that our homework is helping us very much, helping us to make efforts, also to check and change, gaining more and more confidence and more on journey of remembrance. Yes, we had been receiving some of the experiences. We would love if each one of you can share your one-day experience or since you started this homework. I myself experienced that there is more reflections, more points from Murli and feelings very good and very, very light. This morning's Murli when Baba said that here there is no question of asking for blessings. So we thought that no, Baba gives blessings. Baba is bestower of blessings. So, but one is to claim that blessing or become worthy for the blessing. Blessings are not something which, if someone says through the words, is going to benefit. It has to come from someone's heart, you know. Otherwise, there is a general saying, God bless you, right? It's very common. So, Baba's blessing on us are based on my becoming worthy, obedient, loyal to Baba, faithful, good instrument, whatever Baba teaches us to become embodiment. We receive Baba's blessings. And I think most of us know, all of us know, that it's Baba's blessings which are helping us to move forward or to remain carefree or remain in awareness of being an instrument. So we definitely, all of us, are receiving blessings from Baba. But when you feel blessing and then feel yourself fortunate, you cannot just sit with that awareness. Oh, yes, I am fortunate. I feel Baba's blessings. But what am I doing with that? When you get blessings, you have to use those blessings. So multiply blessings. No? If Baba says you are an obedient child, feel very happy. Baba said this to me, then what? But when I am obedient, then what I did with that obedience? How did I carry the task with obedience? So applying that. And then another aspect which came as question that Baba says, don't ask for money. And I have a big learning from that when I was in Delhi in early 70s. I think late 60s, yes. And then Baba became aware. So at that time, Baba said, anyone who will get a very, very big center near embassies, near where all the government, parliament, and these big buildings are. So we got enthusiasm and then we said, okay, let's go look for something. And we found something very nice, about 10 minutes distance from all these places. So I went to Madhuban and I was explaining to Baba, Baba, we found something. And, Baba was becoming awake. It was like it was 69, Baba left body, but was 68. So when I was telling Baba and, Baba is becoming awake, immediately I talked for about 10 minutes explaining. And Baba immediately said, Baba understood. It's very good place. Baba had to approve it because Baba said, whosoever gets it, Baba will pay half the rent. Because when you want a good big building, then rent is very high. That time we never used to own buildings. It's only after when there were problems with uh, getting placed on rent and after few years you have to move back. So then properties were being bought. But before that, Baba used to say in Iron Age, we won't own properties, but there were practical difficulties. So then first meeting was held. So we had to tell everyone we're getting this place. We had to pay rent for 6 months in advance. But it was quite a big building. So I said, I didn't say, but then Baba had taught once or twice before. That is our principle, we cannot ask. So how will people know and will contribute? So Baba said, explain whole project, what it involves, how much money it involves. Just explain everything. And those who have to create fortune and has bhavana, they will contribute. Why? Because some instruments ask me. But if you don't ask, no, we don't have to really not only ask, but not even just take unless we're sure that that's the bhavana of that person. And it's true because when you give information, and those who know it's Baba's task, those who have love and bhavana, they will do it. So we could apply that, always feeling Baba's blessings, so I don't have to ask for blessings. And then after Baba's blessing, I don't need to even ask anyone for anything. Many countries, many new centers are established, and I have a lot of experience in different places being established. And how children, Baba's children come forward. Like these days also, even centers are almost empty. Very few people come whole week. But Baba's children who feel, who know that it's also like our home, so they naturally would like to contribute. They will get the feeling that we need to take care of whatever are the expenses of Baba's home. So, understanding with that, this whole thing is also been thinking about being Sato Pradhan. In Sato Pradhan, you are completely unadulterated. No Rajo, no Tamo. It's a very high quality purity. So Sato Pradhan soul will have lot of inner contentment, and it's the joy. Contentment, it brings lot of joy. When you're not contented, you're not happy. So deep contentment. And when there is deep contentment, then there is inner joy also. So very much connecting with the homework for tomorrow of being creator and the seed. Creator, big term, God as creator. But then Baba says, I don't create souls. Even we use word creator, and then we say creator of the world. Baba says, I change old into new. I don't create. So Baba says, I don't create souls. I only transform the world from Tamo Pradhan to Sato Pradhan. And that also you all children have to change from Tamo to Sato, then the world also becomes Tamo Pradhan to Sato Pradhan. Actually, in our life, every moment there is a chance to create. There is chance to erase, to destroy also. Every time, every moment. Let's say you create or a very elevated, beautiful thought came, and suddenly something happened, my energy drops, enthusiasm drops, and then I say, I'm not going to do this, right? I don't think I can do it. No, Baba talks of sulking. When we were young, no, there was a lot of sulking. Any little thing happened, no, I'm not going to do it, right? So you create, you erase, you destroy. It's not sustainable, right? And when there is God's creation, there is sustenance and also destruction of evil, negative, unnecessary. But for our life now at Confluence Age, every moment you can be creator. And I think that we are good creators And we should always remember that as God is the seed of unlimited tree, kalpa tree, we all are also seeds. So if I am master creator and I am seed, then I have to just say what, according to drama, has been created in my mind and how I sustain it. So it becomes the seed for our future fortune, even present fortune. Seed is for the fortune. I remember that even with any kind of seva, whether it's through body or whether it is through wealth, whatever way we do, we always used to say, this is like sowing the seed. Because that's where, as I said, our fortune, present and the future, awakens or stored. So it's very, very interesting since I was reflecting on this and watching how many beautiful thoughts are created. But how many really we make them as a seed and sow it. Most of us, so these are ideas, these are thoughts. And if there is lack of self-trust, lack of courage to take initiative, then we let them go. So the creator, you didn't made it like it. Sow the seed. Because when you sow the seed, then more work begins. That's you have to water it, you have to take care of in many different ways. So remind yourself that I am the creator. So how Baba did our creation? How did Baba did our creation? First through purity, then love, then peace and knowledge. That's what he created in us. Physically, Lokik parents gave birth. Soul is eternal, but still God is called creator. To think deeply how God is creator, for my life, He is creator, and for the world, He is creator, but how? For me, knowledge, purity, love, uh, He put in each one of us. So it's like creation. So I want you all to deeply reflect on this and become master creators and sow the seed. Because the creator seed is because master creator is the seed of the tree, right? And really you will feel it. And then in your mind, you will be able to see as self-sovereign that has my mind become master creator. Of course, initiative, projects, service, that also happens. But first I need to have qualities of the creator as master creator, but as my creator. And really when you will see how spiritually when I am given this birth, and since then, my creator, what he had been creating in me, my unlimited fortune, my image, he's writing my horoscope at this time, right? So when you understand that, then I have to do that, right? Master creator. And that becomes the act of charity. of charity where it's not just exchange of goods and physical material things is charity. Well, that also now, like in India, many centers are able to help to provide a lot of food to poor or whatever way they can do. And there are many who do it. But that charity is just one time at the time of need. But otherwise, there is a high type of charity where you will become known as charitable soul, not as a donor. There are different between dani, donor, and punyatma. Dan, donation, everyone likes to give. Every good family create trust and you see they are contribute donation. But then, yes, it's very good when, like these days, when we think, oh, in Madhuban they need more grains, they need more oil, they need all, because 5,000 kids have to be fed in all those campuses. And when visitors don't go, so naturally they need some help, right? So when we think of that, we say, oh yeah, why not? We would like to see that Brahmins at least get fed until the season began when we all start going and put in Baba's Bandana. That's what I'm telling everyone. If we would have gone to Madhuban, we would have spent ticket, contributed. So why not we help now? So it comes from charity, like, the thought. So it's a very subtle aspect of being a creator and seed. And then most important benefit of being seed is that when the tree is watered, you put a lot of water, say even big tree, and okay, leaf can be washed off and looks very green and clean, but ultimately that water is going towards the seed. All the water is going towards seed. If doesn't reach the roots and the seed, it will not help the tree also. So I'm also receiving as a seed. If as a creator I am able to do something and then also feeling of charity arises, then I start receiving as a seed. If you always remember I am seed, then you will find that everything goes towards the seed. All the love, belonging, blessings, whatever it is, goes towards the seed, and I am the seed. So it's not really giving, but also it's receiving Lord as a seed. So we will guide our mind tomorrow towards this understanding and give thoughts to our mind and intellect. And I'm sure that there will be many beautiful experiences. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. So this is for our day 5 Bhatti. So we heard from Didi such a deep aspect of creator and seed and charitable sanskar. So now, before we start our Avyakti journey, I would like to invite Sister Gayatri. She will guide us for our tomorrow's Bhatti, tomorrow's chart. So please.
Om Shanti, everyone. And so before we go through tomorrow's chart, I just want to do a feature story of how someone is taking benefit from the process. And I'd like to feature this story from Dr. Anjali Grover, Sister Anjali. And she says, just say yes. Once we say yes to Baba with a carefree, fun attitude, there are so many secrets hidden in this yes. When he gives us a project, there is something we need to learn and deeply heal from. When we say yes, Baba actually does do it. It is as if he says, all you need to do is reflect on what has to be done, and I, Baba, will send you all the materials that are needed to get it done. And when this happens, it's quite magical. When we stay light and carefree and say yes with that big open heart, ready to learn, ready to receive, Baba is right there. Before, she says, there used to be this feeling whenever a project comes up, such as this one, doing a chart, she would say, there's so much to do. There's so much to do. How will I do it? How will I find enough time? Time used to be my master. And during this year, I find myself coming from a dimension that is timeless. And I no longer feel bound by time. If we just stay open and available, Baba is really Karan Karamanhar. And not only do we benefit from doing it, but Baba also knows what other souls need, and he uses us as instruments, and he gives us all the materials we need. Now, these are also physical materials needed, but also the subtle and spiritual ingredients that are needed. I was just so overjoyed this morning when I realized this. So, thank you. So I wanted to read that so that it gives you encouragement in terms of what it is that we are doing here and the impact it is having on others. And so when we are looking at, the title that Baba has, and also the sanskara that we should be using, I feel that we will find it much, much more inspirational, and we will want to do it with more depth and more meaning. So tomorrow, which will be Saturday, day 5, Sister Mohini has spoken about the title, which is Creator and Seed, and also the elevated sanskara, which is charitable. Someone asked me, and I think Sister Mohini picked up on it, and she was talking about it today, but someone asked me that when you say an elevated sanskara, what it is. So I just wanted to kind of take you through a little bit, and hopefully I stay within my time, on when we say an elevated sanskara, what it is we're talking about, using the charitable sanskara that we have to use with tomorrow's Murli. So I'm calling it an awareness I have that's connected to that elevated sanskara. So Baba's title of creator and seed teaches the soul, actually, to surrender all the desires and to be in service to others as his instrument. And Sister Mohini spoke about that. But what is the charitable sanskara now in the soul that would connect to creator and seed? And it's, of course, my journey here. Baba is, I think that a charitable soul sanskara would include being called on to live in obedience to a higher truth. So the charitable sanskara is coming from inculcating Baba's truth. And then secondly, to follow Baba's Srimat. So the sanskara would be to bring that truth and to follow it through in Srimat. This means that the sanskara of a charitable soul is to surrender to a source outside of itself in order to gain strength inside of itself and to serve from that strength. So the charity is coming from Baba's Shakti into me, and I'm serving with that. A charitable soul has to give in order to receive. And a charitable soul conquers any desire that it craves for. So it won't be serving because of its desire, a craving within itself to serve, but it will be serving as an instrument for Baba. So that is an example of what we mean when we're saying elevated sanskaras connected to charitable or being charitable within the soul. So tomorrow, this is what we are going to be looking at. And of course, it is connected to Baba's Murli. So the mind, that is the power of thought. So what are we checking? Baba says, did many storms of Maya come to you? Now, many could be 1, many could be 100. And he elaborated on it. Dirty thoughts to your mind that did not come before, because sometimes we say when we were not Brahmins, we never used to get these kinds of thoughts. And now that we're Brahmins, we're getting them. So Baba is asking us to check that storm. And then the change that we're going to make in relation to this is, Baba says, okay, if they do come, don't worry about it. Maya continues to make you body conscious. Maya becomes powerful with the powerful ones and fights them. But you mustn't be confused by this. Do not be afraid of the storms. But the important thing is, just don't perform sinful actions connected to those storms. So stop it at the level of thoughts, don't bring it into action, and then deal with it through remembrance to get rid of it. Then the intellect, the power to discern and decide. What are we checking? In becoming a master of the world, what is the most difficult? And this is a function of the intellect. What is most difficult for the intellect? And the answer, Baba says, to become like him. Now become like me, detached from the body, and consider yourself to be a soul. Renounce body consciousness and become like me, because Baba never has body consciousness. So for this, what it is we should be doing, what the intellect should be doing, always keep it in your intellect that you are souls. And then checking the elevated sanskara of the charitable soul. What are we checking for? Am I making elevated effort to take a high jump? I'm checking for that. And the change, make a vow to observe godly disciplines and the codes of conduct. Be a charitable soul and a great donor with your thoughts, your words, relationships, and connections. So we have to have that first. We have to stabilize the sanskaras into that. And then, Baba says, burn the past and the seed of sanskaras of the past. And so this is what we'll be working on tomorrow. Again, it is connected to the full Murli. You will be reading the Murli. You will be putting these in context with the Murli. And then you'll be doing your homework or your chart. Again, if there's a story you want me to share tomorrow, please send it to me through the Avyakti Parivar email, or you could send it directly to me. So thank you and good luck and enjoy. And say yes to Baba. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, welcome to our Vyakti Journey. Today's Friday, Golden Age Day. Stepping into our future divine kingdom. Let's see today what new things we will come to know about Golden Age.
इस रीति से नहीं है वो राजा है तो बस राजा के आगे प्रजा ऐसे ऐसे होती रहे, डरती रहे, ऐसा नहीं है। प्रजा भी जो होंगी वो राजा को जो है वो एक माँ बाप के स्नेह से देखती है, और जो विश्व महाराजन होगा वो भी प्रजा को जो है वो समझो एक बच्चों के रूप में पालना करती। उस रीति से नहीं है ये राजा है, ये बड़ा पद है, इसका छोटा पद है, ऐसा रूप नहीं है। परिवारिक प्यार का फाउंडेशन है। चाहे आप प्रजा में देखो चाहे अपने फैमिली में देखो। सच्चा प्यार, निस्वार्थ प्यार है, वहां स्वार्थ तो किसको है नहीं। इतना कुछ है, सब कुछ, तो स्वार्थ किसमें करेंगे। इसीलिए स्वार्थ नहीं है जहां प्यार में निस्वार्थ है, तो वो प्यार तो सच्चा होता है ना। हिसाब किताब भी सिंपल होता है, क्योंकि वहां कोई ऐसे लेन देन नहीं है। कुछ तो चेंज होता है, डिपार्टमेंट से चेंज करते। समझो बिजनेस जो चलेगा तो कुछ तो चीजें एक दो में चेंज करते हैं। समझो किस में लोहा ज्यादा है, मिसला में लोहा कहती हूँ। समझो अनाज है, किसमें क्या है, किस ज्यादा, किसमें क्या, तो एक दो को स्टेट को परिवार जैसे एक घर होता है, भाई यहाँ ये ज्यादा है तो तुम यूज कर दो, तुमको ये ज्यादा है तो तुम यूज कर दो। इस रीति से परिवार रीति से चलता है। बाकी बाजार वगैरह भी होती है, क्योंकि हम ड्रेस तो पहनेंगे ना, जेवर तो पहनेंगे ना, तो वो तो बनाने वाले होंगे ना। लेकिन रॉयल फैमिली जो होंगी उसके अपने ही होते हैं, उसको वो जाकर के खरीद करने की जरूरत नहीं है।
तो सभी को खुशी है ना, किसकी बोलो। हमारा राज आने वाला है, ये खुशी है जो इस खुशी में रहती है। वो हाथ उठाओ। मनमोहक है छटा निराली, चारों ओर खुशहाली।
रंग बिरंगी फुलवारी है, डाली डाली हरियाली।
साज बजाते हैं झरने, आवाज हो रहा है।
सतयुग देवी देवों का महाराज हो रहा है। सतयुग देवी देवों का महाराज हो रहा है, महाराज हो रहा है।
Very interesting, right? So Dadi Gulzarji is explaining each and every aspect that how we'll be doing our exchange and sharing with each other and having a family feeling. Of course, it's kind of same the way we are here at Confluence Age as family. It's exactly like there. So Swarajya Adhikari, so Vishwarajya Adhikari, so everything is reflecting there. So thank you very much, Avyakti team, to bringing us this such a beautiful sharing from Dadi Gulzarji. And today, as you remember that on Wednesday, we wanted to show you this recipe for kada, which is very important for everyone to know, because at this time of what we are going through as a whole world, we all need to keep our body healthy. And this is kind of herbals which we use every day in our cooking. And if you are not using them, maybe you can get it in market, and it's very useful for our keeping our immune system good, so that we can, our body can fight towards whatever the sickness is around us. So let's see the ingredients. How do we mix them and make kara? Shanti. So I just wanna share something about this kara. So we saw the recipe. So whatever you take water, like 1 full cup, it has to become the half. But some people's body can tolerate this, so you can, means it's up to you that how much you can drink. Some cannot drink the whole cup. Some can only have a little bit. So try it out and see how your body is taking it. And one more thing about this tulsi, I don't know how many of you are familiar with tulsi, and in America to find tulsi, I don't know if it's possible, but sometimes we get it in the Indian store. This tulsi is very, very sacred plant, which in India they worship tulsi. Each and every house, generally, they do have tulsi in their house and they do worship in the path of devotion. And it's very, very healthy herbal. So if you find it, you can take 2 leaves and use it. But if you can't find it, it's okay. And the translation here was given as basil, but it's a different kind of herb actually. It's not the same thing. Tulsi is different than basil. So just for you to know that if you put that basil, it's fine too. Any herbal you put is fine too. But these are the main ingredients which we put together and make kara. So please try it out. Make kara every day and drink it for this time. It's very important. Thank you very much. And now let's get our swaman for tomorrow.
to have elevated feelings and good wishes, for the unlimited world is the greatest charity. Keeping this inner awareness, let us experience standing with the Father at the top of the Kalpa tree. I, the Master Creator and a Master Seed, am spreading the rays of good wishes and pure feelings.
Om Shanti. Such a beautiful image, right? So being with Baba's seed, and we are master seeds, right? So it's beautiful homework and also related same. Swaman standing with the Father at the top of the Kalpa tree. I, the Master Creator and a Master Seed, spreading the rays of good wishes and pure feelings. Thank you. And now it's time for us to remember Baba, say good night, goodbye to Baba and each other. So let's take these few moments together as a Vyakti Parivar. We'll take drishti from Didi and also remember Baba and be immersed in Baba's love.
तुम्हारे साथ का अनुभव बड़ा निराला है, तुम्हारे साथ का अनुभव बड़ा निराला है, मिले न स्वर्ग में वो सुख लुटाने वाला है, तुम्हारे साथ का अनुभव बड़ा निराला है।
Om Shanti, everyone. Om Shanti. Good night. Om Shanti.